comes down to Kenny. Kenny in the 1v2.
And they're taking the fight to him. They're bringing this bomb over towards his site. Here we go.
There's one. Kenny, what a win! The comeback is complete. I don't believe what we've seen.
This weekend, Qualifiers opens with a great game between OpTic and the Miami Heretics. A rejuvenated OpTic have won 4 of their last 5 games. The last loss was against Ultra in losers round 2 of Major 2. Compared to a struggling Heretics who have only won 1 from their last 5 games, which was their last game against the Falcons, going all the way to Game 5. But Heretics have yet to lose to OpTic this season, having won both games, with the last result being a 3-0. I think this game could go all the way to a Game 5, but I see OpTic edging a win on Friday's opener, to snatch their first win against the Heretics this season, either in a 3-1 or 3-2 victory. The second game on Friday sees Surge take on LAT Mate. Neither of these teams are in particularly good form. Surge have won 2 out of their last 5 games, but have had a much tougher run, whilst LAT Mate have only won 1 out of their last 5. Surge was unfortunately dismantled 3-0 against LA Thieves in their last game, and will be hoping to get back on the winning track with a win against the second worst team in the league. I see a similar scoreline to last time these teams met, Surge winning 3-1 against a roster changed LAT Mate, but that still won't help.
Gets it as Geo on a 5, just by the way, and Kenny making the perfect reads as the Slayer. He's 12.
And the final game on Friday sees Ravens taking on a new look Rokkr. Although Rokkr have only won 1 of their last 5 games, they have achieved Game 5 in their last 2 with new player Kenny. With an extra full week of practice under their belt now, Rokkr could have ironed out a few tactical issues. Last time out these teams met, Ravens wiped Rokkr 3-0. So Rokkr will be looking for revenge this time out, and I can actually see them achieving it with another Game 5 looming.
And Skies, the stun connects as well perfectly over the top, so Shotzzy
insight, able to win one though. Abizi gonna have to do big things, and he is able to lock onto a head and snap back and get that kill. I don't know what the hell I'm watching.
FaZe gets our Saturday started with their only game this weekend, and that's against the Heretics. This is going to be a very tough weekend for the Heretics, having to play OpTic and FaZe. FaZe's form is almost perfect, a slight hiccup against Ultra being the only blimp on their recent form. Coming off winning Major 2 recently, FaZe will look to add more misery to the Heretics this weekend. I see FaZe sticking to routine and beating Heretics 3-1, the same as the last 2 games against each other.
He goes for the wrap. The check. The gunfight. Super wins it.
The curse has been, well, potentially.
Hold on.
Don't want to choke it just yet. 10 more seconds to go, but they got it, Miles. They're gonna get it, Miles. Priest is popping 4 pieces. They're winning champs.
They've done it. What? Priest can crash. It's a historic moment.
The 5th game of the weekend brings a potential grudge match, with OpTic taking on the Falcons. Fred will be hoping to get one back on OpTic and help Falcons achieve their first win of the season. With Falcons winning their first hardpoint last time out against the Heretics and going all the way to Game 5, OpTic will need to come into this game without complacency to beat a completely new look Falcons. But I see OpTic being too strong for Falcons to get their first win this weekend, so I would go OpTic 3-1.
Onto that gunfight, adding that extra minute to the game clock. You're currently up by 7 lives. Boston could close it out right now.
And they very well may. Cammy holding on to Office is on 3 in a row. Snoopy from the other
Hello.
angle. Big gunfight win versus Geo. And Awakening will just put the controller down on the zone at the moment. He is on A and hanging out while his team is absolutely frying. 5 for the Cam Man. Oh!
The 6th game of the weekend and the 3rd game of the Saturday sees an interesting game with Boston Breach taking on LAT Mates. Both teams aren't in good form, winning 2 and 1 games respectively out of their last 5. The only time these teams have met was Major 2 qualifiers, where Boston Breach edged a win in a Game 5 series. I can see this game going all the way again to a Game 5, and Boston Breach taking the cake again against a struggling M8 team, even with the roster changes.
But they didn't make a change to
you know, potentially beat them. Maybe they still believe in their...
Effectively just above them. But a 4v4 bomb down for a hold on this site. C9 in a good position to at least get around on the board.
Yeah, just walk straight into Krem, give him the 3-2. That is absolutely delightful. Last man left alive, Skies, and this should be the round. There you go.
The final game for Saturday will be a very tough one for Cloud9, coming up against an in-form LAT Thieves. LAT Thieves, who have only lost 1 of their last 5 games, a complete polar opposite of C9 winning only 1. I can see this game only going one way, and that is LAT Thieves winning 3-0. LAT Thieves will be adamant in improving for Major 3, as Major 2 ended in disappointment.
In the hard point.
Yeah, absolute perfection start. Right there from LA's. They spawn on the bad side here for P1, but they get all 4 kills at
Pressure, so they have called this correctly.
Well, yeah, and Chelsea's managed to make his way through, right back over towards Dumpster. Banks it, catches a trophy. Lovely intel on Nero. Oh!
Cloud9 will be straight back at it with the opening game on Sunday versus Rokkr. Depending on how the games go this weekend, both teams may be desperate to get a win here to change their current fortunes. C9 and Rokkr are both tied with 1 win each against each other, with the last match going all the way to game 5 with C9 taking the win. I can see this being a closely contested match with neither team wanting to lose a game, but I can see this new look Rokkr just edging C9 on slaying and getting the win.
Make sure you don't screw this up. Try and hit it here and catch the rotation for LAG. Maybe get the final 11.
It's probably whatever Twin finds. Well, he's going to get 2. His teammates get 2. Yeah, they're going to try to win right here.
Okay, well, they might win it right here.
An interesting game for our second last this weekend, with Surge taking on the Royal Ravens. Surge have yet to lose to the Ravens, beating them twice this season already, the last being a 3-0 thrashing. A close game is expected as both teams are in identical form, having won 2 out of their 5, and both teams having played LAT Thieves and FaZe during this period. I see the game being closer than in Major 2, the 3-0, but Surge will find their form again and will win 3-1 against the unchanged Ravens.
Vivid will get the double to close it out. Chance to get this to around 5. Can Kleenex come away with a couple or at least stay up? Oh, nice little finesse there. He's finessing everyone. Just a great job buying his life because the team had 2 dead.
What a game to end the weekend with. LA Thieves taking on Ultra. Both these games have been a blowout this season, with LA Thieves winning the first game 3-0, but Ultra getting their revenge in Major 2, 3-0ing LA Thieves back. Ultra will come into this weekend with a bit of a chip on their shoulder with how the controversial game against Boston Breach was. Hopefully we see a fair game this time around. I can't see another blowout happening, but I do back LA Thieves to get across the line in a close 3-2 win against Ultra.
Over Ultra. Strike, and that is all Kleenex.